We start off in Latin America. Thousands marched in Caracas Friday to celebrate Youth Day and in support of President Nicolas Maduro just a few weeks before an opposition march against the government. We turn now to our correspondent Cody Weddle, who was at the march.
I'm Cody Weddle in Caracas, and as you can see here behind me today, government supporters have called for a concentration, a march here, serving many purposes really. First of all, to mark the International Day of Youth, also to defend what they say are social gains over the past few decades of revolution here. Also important to note that this march comes a few weeks ahead of an opposition planned march that is set for September 1st. So also aiming to show that the government retains support among the youth population and among society here in Venezuela. Reporting from Caracas, I'm Cody Weddle, teleSur's.
Venezuelan and Colombian Presidents Nicolas Maduro and Juan Manuel Santos met on Thursday to discuss the permanent reopening of the border that links both countries. This comes after numerous extensive meetings by the country's foreign ministers after Maduro had ordered the border shut last year due to food smuggling and other criminal activities by paramilitary groups. The presidents also discussed trade and migration issues. Thousands of Argentines turned out to support the Madres of the Plaza de Mayo and its leader, Ebe de Bonafini, as the NGO made its 2000th Thursday protest. Since April 30th, 1977, the Madres have come to the Plaza de Mayo in front of the seat of government every Thursday to complete their now legendary rounds, demanding justice for their missing children. Mexican mothers who formed an organization to look for their missing children located 14 undocumented graves this week in the state of Veracruz. The mothers' organization Solecito has been largely searching in the north of Veracruz, where 5 decapitated bodies were found in 2015. 4 people were killed after 11 explosions hit Thailand across 5 provinces on Thursday night and Friday morning. Authorities, however, do not suspect the events to be linked to terrorism. Although no one has claimed responsibility for the attacks, police are calling it local sabotage that is restricted to limited areas and provinces. Analysts believe the attacks were a blatant challenge to the military, which has ruled over Thailand since ultra-royalist generals seized power in the 2014 coup. Authorities in Pakistan say at least 13 people were injured after a bomb apparently targeting a judge exploded in the southwest city of Quetta. The bomb was planted on a bridge in the city, which went off immediately after the vehicle of an Islamic court judge passed by. The judge survived the attack, but 4 police personnel and 9 passerbys were injured. No claim of responsibility has yet been made. Russian raids hit the Islamic State group stronghold of Raqqa, killing at least 24 civilians and wounding 70 people. That's according to the Syrian Observatory for Human Rights. Russia added that the raids destroyed a chemical weapons factory, as well as a weapons storage facility and an Islamic State group training camp. Longtime Syria ally Russia has provided air cover for pro-government forces for nearly a year, including in Aleppo.
For 5 years, Syria has been at war, and the war has left a continuing legacy of harm and devastation. However, the volunteers are often forgotten as they attempt to do their part for the war effort. One of these volunteer groups organize a blood donation campaigns to help those injured in the fight against extremism.
We as citizens in the Syrian Arab Republic believe that everyone has a role, and as the Syrian military protects us and stands up in the face of terrorism, our role is volunteer work, whether that be donating blood or anything else to help our country stand strong again.
The volunteers reflect the positivity and desire of the Syrian youth to do their part, although might seem small. Giving blood supports the army, and those who are wounded will appreciate their efforts.
What we offer is nothing compared to what the martyrs for the country offer. Today we donate our blood to unite with the Syrian Arab Army soldiers, to those who were wounded or injured by the terrorist acts on our country, and to be all Syrian blood linked as one, as linked to our doctrine of victory in the face of terrorists.
Syrians with different backgrounds, religions, and beliefs are all forced to stand together, as they believe that they can only help the victims of the conflict if they are united. Hazem Abdullah, teleSur's. Syria.
Tax forms have been released by Democratic presidential nominee Hillary Clinton. The forms show that Clinton had a total yearly income of over $10 million in 2015 and a tax liability of $3,600,000. She paid an effective federal tax rate of 34% last year and a combined federal, state, and local effective tax rate of 43%. It's customary for U.S. presidential candidates to make their tax returns public, although they are not required to do so by law. Britain's opposition Labour Party has won the right to exclude new members from voting in its ongoing leadership contest. Party leader Jeremy Corbyn has criticized the decision as legally and democratically wrong. The party has been in turmoil since Britain's June 23rd vote to leave the European Union, with Corbyn's position challenged by fellow lawmaker Owen Smith. The row ended up in the courts after the party's executive committee ruled last month that members who had not been with the party since January 12th would not be eligible to vote unless they paid $32 more. And the practice of cupping in China is getting a boost because of red circles on the shoulder of U.S. swimmer Michael Phelps. The marks come from a traditional Chinese practice known as baguan, or cupping in English, where small glass jars are heated and placed on the skin. The heat creates a seal that sucks the skin roughly 3 centimeters into the jar, drawing blood to the area. Its primary use is supposedly to relieve pain, although there is little supportive conclusive evidence. And that's all for From the South. More on these and other stories on our website, telesurtv.net/English.